Page 46. Theme from Symphony No. 40 by Mozart. Very famous melody. We played this in orchestra. It's a lot of fun. At the top of the page, introducing you to the key of G minor. G minor is the relative minor to B flat major. B flat major is two flats. Well, G minor is two flats, a B flat and an E flat. It also uses F sharps. Remember, we raised the seventh step. F sharp, G minor. Go do these scales, B flat major scale and G minor scale on that. If you don't know them, do them up one octave. If you do know them, do them 2 octaves. But if you don't know a scale, don't try and just take it off and just do everything up front. Please don't do that. You got better things to do with your time than... You got plenty of time to learn these, so just 1 octave. All you're trying to do is learn what notes are in the scale and the fingering for the scale. That's what you're after. Wouldn't hurt to do the arpeggios too, but again, it's the tremolo exercise I'm looking for in the arpeggios. For here, well, cut time or 2/2 time, and we're in the key of G minor. However, when I learn a piece that's in cut time, first I pretend like it's in 4/4 time to learn it. And then once I get it learned, then I put it back in cut time. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to talk about this as though it's in 4/4 time. Now we're coming in on beat 4 then for the right hand. And watch this fingering. 3, 2, 1. I like that very much. This is a quick little piece. So this is a good habit to get into. I recommend it highly. And this pattern is over and over and over. Just try and play everything connected as best you can. And we got the sequence coming down. 4, and then they're saying 3. I prefer to keep the sequence fingering the same. So if I'm going to use 4th finger, I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to use that too. It doesn't matter. It's just the way I do it. And then you do it again, same pattern, different notes. Again, I'm going to use 4th finger every time. And then rest, come up. 3, same pattern we had before, but now it's different following it. 1. Second finger, this is the last line on page 40, it's the second finger. Here, so you can go up. Yuck. Ooh, they were doing so well too. This is the last line on page 46. You're here. I'm going to go ahead and use thumb again. So I know I'm using 1 and 2 too much, but I'm going to do it. This isn't piano music, remember. This is orchestra music. Here, so it's 3rd finger. And then come, and at top of page 47 is 2/5. I like that. This way we can connect both notes. This is very common in piano. You want this. We'll do the staccatos later. Right now, connect it. And then you're back to your theme again. Now here, I don't want to do thumb so much. Like I've been doing 3, 2, 1. Here, I could, but I'd rather not. So I'm going to use 4, 4, 3, 2. Here, you can do 3, 2, 1 if you want to. Here, it's up to you. It's just I don't like doing that. But if you got to reach up for the little finger. If you got really small hands, it doesn't work. You need thumb on that to reach the C, because you need to connect those. And then 4th finger again. See, I've been using 4th finger all along. I'm just going to stick with it. I'm not going to change it just because the notes change a little bit. And then going on. You're going back and forth between the octaves. There's no rest or nothing. You just got to do it. So you know where you are and where you're going. Then you come from here to here. Probably you don't have to go that fast. You go your speed. whenever your speed going, keep it constant and steady. And you do that for a while, and then you're back to what you... That's not bad. Left hand. Oh, good luck with the left hand. We got two voices. We got the whole note you're going to hold down, and while you're doing that, you're going to do this tremolo. Here. And what I'm doing is I'm just transferring weight from note to note. I'm just holding one note down, and I'm still transferring weight. I can still hold the note down. And that bottom note's tied. Second line, it's here. I do a 2. You can do a thumb if you want. Depends on how big your hands are. If you've got really big hands, second might be better. Otherwise, this is fine. Hold that A down, or the G down, and the F sharp. And really what I'm doing is I'm lifting up that whole note on the last 8th note to give me time to move. So it's like in the last measure, the second line, I'm here. When I play that last one, I lift up and come here. It happens so quick you can't hear it. The pedal will help us out. I just need to move, so it's just easier to do it that way. It makes it a little more pianistic as far as piano goes. Technically, you shouldn't do that. We can cheat a little bit. And that's pretty much it. To the bottom, you get the block chords. Third measure over in the last line, that is a E flat, a G, and a D flat. And they put the E flat in parentheses, the flat sign. That's telling you it's a courtesy sign. It's an E flat anyway. You don't need you don't need the flat sign. It's there. But they're just reminding you, by the way, this is an E flat here. I use a 1-2 on that D flat, but you can use a 1 if you want. If you do a 1-2, then use a 1 at the top of page 47. Use a 1 for that. I prefer that fingering than this. I don't recommend that. So it's 1 on the A and a 2 on the B flat. Now, second line, last measure on page 47. It's here. If this doesn't work for you, then you got to do here. Just make sure you hold the G down. Here, and then you're going again. I can do a 5-2 here or a 5-3 in here. Depends on how big your hands are. You'll have to decide on that. And then going on. Then we finally get block chords again. Fourth line down, that is an F, an A, and an E flat. And going on. Last line, F sharp. You can do a 4-1 there if you want. They have a 5-2. I prefer, because I prefer a 4 on the F sharp. And then you can date the 5-4, 3, or 5-3, and cross over 2 on the E flat. Depends on how big your hands are. And then come down. You have to have pretty big hands to connect that, otherwise you just move. The pedal will help you out. Put the hands together. So it's here. Rest. Make sure you play the rest. So forth. I don't want to have to play it all for you. You put the hands together and get it to work out. Let's go down to the last line on page 46. You're here. Rest. 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 Anyway, you put it together and see what you can think there. And then we can think about this articulation. You slur. that staccato there, really all you're doing is separating the notes. And I would run those together. So really all you're doing is lifting up between the slurs. You don't really need a staccato dot there because you just lift up. The left hand's got to be all connected. Good luck with that. So forth. So you take it real slow and you take it, put in the articulation. Now when you get to the top of page 47, accent. It says here, accent. And connect the half note to the quarter note. Short staccatos there. So forth. So the articulation. Then try the dynamics, and that goes to the melody, which is in the right hand. Moderately, everything else is soft. So take it slow. Just go through and put in the articulation as best you can. Speed-wise, so I think you can forget that. I don't know why they put this in here. This is a really fast piece. You want to feel it in 2. 1, 2. It's not a fast 2, but it's, see, the speed has to do with the overall feel of the piece. So it's not like it's going to be a fast 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's the feel of it is fast. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, something about that. Feel it in 2. In my opinion, that doesn't belong in this book. This is way too difficult for this book, but they put it in here. You don't have to take it that speed. You take it your speed. Keep it slow if you have to. You take it your speed. Accuracy is far more important than speed. You can always go back and speed it up later. Much later. Years later. Then we add the pedal. Well, they're overlapping it. I mean, it's nice. It's an orchestra piece. We can use the overtones. But we don't want to smear this up too much. It's overlapping pedal like they're showing. It's like the whole first line, they have that one as one pedal. I would not recommend it. Frankly, I think that's an error. I don't know that you really want to pedal all of that in one pedal. If I pedal it the way they're showing, this is what it sounds like. I'm going to take this really slow too. There's no point in playing it fast. There. Way too smeary. Way too smeary. They're changing it with the harmony, and that's good. You do change it with the harmony. But we don't, I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear that. If I do that, I got to phrase it. I got to pedal it that way. I got to lift up on the staccato notes. So forth, something like that. So experiment with the pedal and listen very carefully to it. I'd like to hear the phrasing and the staccatos. So adjust the pedaling according to that. Sometimes you gotta pedal it to help you connect the chords in the left hand. Let's look at the last 2 lines on page 47. You're here. I got all these chords. I like to connect that. If I do, I gotta pedal at the end. Right before I change it, I got a pedal to connect it. So it's... experiment with the pedal and take it really, really, really slow. Make sure you can play this pretty well without pedal. So all the fingers are doing everything. Hold these notes down. Don't get lazy and let the pedal do it. Hold it down with the finger. Makes it a lot harder, but it'll make you a better piano player eventually. Once you get the handle of being able to do that, or however you want to finger, however you finger it, just I encourage you to hold those whole notes down. So it's that.